Hello guys, welcome back to SportsCorner GH. My name is Adam. In today's video, we are going to do an injury update concerning a Black Star player and also talk about the situation that has to do with the stadiums and also the Black Stars' possibility of playing the remainder of their qualifiers outside Ghana. We are going to talk about all that, but please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification quickly. Let's jump into it. And I want to begin with Gideon Mensah. Now, Orekwan who was in France and watched the game between Monaco and AJ also had the opportunity to speak with Gideon Mensah. And Gideon Mensah had some few things to say about his injury situation, and this was narrated by Orekwan.
For Gideon, he has been injured since preseason, had a slight meniscus tear, and they opted to go traditionally, with regards to the healing methods. And so instead of going towards the surgery, which would have taken a while, they decided to wait for it to heal naturally. And so he's reached the final stage, has been doing rehabilitation for the past few weeks, and trained individually last week. He's expected to resume group training this week, but his delay to actually feature in games might be a little bit prolonged because he didn't have preseason. But I'm confident that we might see him in action maybe later this September or early October.
Well, does that mean the Black Stars are going to miss his services once again for the that is October qualifiers against Sudan?
Well, he's confident, he's eager, he wants to play, but he would need to listen to his body. The key thing is that he hasn't had preseason, and although he started individual training, even if he trains to the group for the next couple of weeks, he would need to have some form of match fitness. And so it cannot be a Liga game. He probably has to play in a training match or a developmental match to see how fully recovered the knee has been. Probably get a couple of quote-unquote preseason games that they could arrange for him before maybe he can translate that into an actual high-level game in League. So I think it will be really tight. But given what we saw in the previous international window against Niger and Angola, where Otto Addo was reluctant to use a natural left back that he called as Ebenezer, and I think that he would take the risk with Gideon and probably want to use him because, you know, using a left-footed player from the left back row always gives you a tactical advantage, and it could be those fine margins that sometimes make the difference in a game like.
So guys, you have heard from Orekwan and what he had to say about Gideon Mensah's injury and the possibility of him returning. He says later this month or probably any part of next month. And you see, we have heard all the information we need to hear, but then this goes to Otto Addo. Our left side is a bit problem. Our left back and also our left wing. We need to find players who are ready and have quality to play. It has been a problem for a very, very, very long time. To the extent that we go back and go in for players such as Kamaldeen Sulemana to play our left wing. We go back for players like Gideon Mensah to play our left back. Now, these two players are currently not in the great of shape, like they are not in shape. So it would be best to find suitable replacements. During the last qualifiers, we saw Ali Dusidu playing that left back. Honestly, that is not what you want. That is not what you want. You want a proper left back who plays there regularly for club side to be playing that particular position. So guys, this is the update concerning Gideon Mensah and his injury. He will be back very soon. But as to whether he will be allowed to feature or end a call-up to the Black Stars in October to play against Sudan home and away, only time will tell. Now let's move away from that and talk about the stadiums. Now, yesterday I brought you an update that the CAF president has sent a warning to GFA, the sports ministry and everything. And this morning, what we are hearing is that the Accra Sports Stadium and also the Isipon Stadium have been closed down for renovations. Charlie, if you didn't see the video and what the CAF president had to say to the GFA president, let's check it out.
There's nothing that frustrates me more than a national team or a football team from Kenya, bad example, because you've got wonderful facilities, but from a country to go and play outside. You can't build football in any country in Africa if the national team or the football clubs do not play in front of their nations. And that's why the passion of President Ruto and his commitment makes me so proud. Makes me so proud. And he doesn't just love football. I mean, you know, when I went to see Atalanta, they said the president has been here himself to investigate and to see the work that's been done. So I'm very clear that we've made good success in reducing the number of countries that plays outside their nation. But, you know, in every meeting I have with the head of state, and that's why, you know, the relationship between Nick and the government, it's something that I'm very happy about. Because in every country, the emphasis is, let's work together to make sure that we've got at least one stadium that's at the FIFA and CAF standards.
So guys, you have heard from the CAF president, but then let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. And there's one thing I didn't like about the video. When he was making an attempt to make an example, he used Kenya instead of Ghana. We all know this thing is about Ghana. This whole stadium thing is about Ghana. He should have used Ghana as the example or the reference right there, so that the GFA president will know that he's talking to him fili. But anyhow, we all get the message that this is what he's referring to. And immediately this video was making rounds and everything, we had reports that, oh, Accra Sports Stadium has been closed, Cape Coast Stadium has been closed, and they are now doing renovation. So Ghana, started firing people, like, go work. But then that aside, the question now lies that, will Ghana still play their home games here in Ghana or outside Ghana? I was having an argument with a friend, and I told him that, see, upon all the things you are saying about this stadium, this stadium, that, don't be surprised if you see the Black Stars playing their home games here in Ghana in October against Sudan. I mean, yes, there are rumors that we might be going to Togo, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, but also don't be surprised, don't rule it out that we might play our home game here in Ghana in October. Because if they have started working, don't forget, there will be another inspection. If it's all right and CAF approves it, we will play here. And that will be like, I mean, you guys are making noise, but then we were able to secure it. You get my point. So we shouldn't rule it out. To me, I'm not even ruling out that particular possibility that we could play our home games here in Ghana. But then if in the instances where we don't play here in Ghana and we end up playing in Togo, which I believe is the likely destination, looking at expenses, looking at the fact that you get a lot of fans at the stadium in Togo. Because even the people in Togo will go there and support Ghana. Before Ghanaians who live here to Togo to go and support Ghana, before those at Aflau, they knew that side. They also go to Togo and support. I mean, a lot of people will go. So you see how convenient it could be for Ghanaians, even if the thing is at Togo, like the game is played at Togo. So to me, I feel like Togo could also be a likely destination in case we are playing outside Ghana. But then when you sit down and you take a look at these two countries, you ask yourself, who is supposed to have a better pitch, Togo or Ghana? And you ask yourself, Togo. If it's not for Adebayo, you will not even hear of Togo, because I have not heard of any celebrity that is coming from Togo apart from Adebayo. Musician, no. TV personality, no. Maybe there are, but because we don't speak French, we don't know them from our part of our side. You don't know. Togo is silent. They are peaceful, they are there. But they have good stadium. We are the ones making noise, telling people to come here in December. Come back home in Miano. We don't have a good pitch. We are going to Awile Togo to get out. It shall be well. It shall be well. But then the CAF president has said what has been lingering on all our minds is frustrating. It's frustrating because imagine the game is being played here in Ghana. The economic importance of it alone is wild. Hotels get money. Those who sell, food vendors get money, because those who sell around the stadium, they all get money. Not only that, journalists, influencers, YouTubers, they all stand to earn from all these things, like Black Star playing a football match. The economic value is up. If people start getting jobs because Black Stars isn't out, you go to the airport. You understand my point? But yeah, like the case, if the game is supposed to be played somewhere else, the economic value lives here and you go to that country, which is sad. So to me, Charlie, it is something that we should just wait and see what will happen. That I still have 60-70% feeling that it will still be played here in Ghana, but then that 30% is also telling me to go to Togo because of their cost and everything, and the fact that they could get a lot of fans in the stadium, not probably like the way we play at Baba Yara, but at least close to what we get at Baba Yara at Togo. Definitely, that would be where they will go. So, guys, this is where I end today's video. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Sam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.